Hello and welcome to another edition from Paranormal Adventures. Today we're going to look at how you can make your own hacked radio. Save spending lots of money on something like an SB7 or SB11. You can save a lot of money and actually get a better spirit box from making your own hacked radio. This is a Roberts R9921. It's a very good radio to actually hack, and it's actually very simple to do. So I'm just going to show you the process of doing this, and if I just turn it over, I've taken it apart already, but you will see on the back, if that goes into focus again, there's a screw hole here and a screw hole there. There's also the antenna for the aerial, which is somewhere. Where's it gone? Yeah, here. I'll just remove that just to get it out of the way, but I don't think you need to remove that. Actually, on this radio here, the clip that hold it in is a bit broken, so I'm going to probably try and repair that. So anyway, you need to remove a screw here and a screw there. It's a bit fiddly to get this apart. You need to carefully pry it apart with just an ordinary kitchen knife will do the job, or just just something like this, a blunt knife, and just go around the plastic until you find the release points and take it apart. It's a bit fiddly to do, but it comes apart relatively easy once you've figured it out. So the back comes off nice and simply, and you will see in here there's a main circuit board, and you just turn it around. Let's have a look. Yeah, and you should be able to move the guts for here. Now the speaker is attached, so be careful when you pull it apart. And there's also a screw. What we need to do, we need to either cut a wire on this, or what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to cut the trace, which I think it'll be simpler to do. So holding this in, if you want to cut the wire, just this screw here, just take the screw out, and there's little plastic clips holding this in. Careful not to break them as you pull them apart. Sorry, my hands are getting in the way, but you can see, hopefully, let's see. So there's a clip here, and another one here, and one here, and one here. So just be careful when you put it apart, not to break anything you don't want to break. But if you do want to actually cut the wires, it's very simple. Once you try and pry this off, excuse me while I get that apart. It's a little bit fiddly. It doesn't want to let go. Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah, there was another clip there. I didn't spot that one. So what you'll see when we turn it around, when you're inside there, put it as close as I can for you. You will see a bunch of white cables here, and all we actually need to do is the last cable on here, the very last one, just needs to be cut, and so the contacts don't touch. I'm not going to do that. I've decided, as an easier way, I think, to do this, and you can obviously reverse this if it doesn't work, is I'm going to, instead of cutting that wire by the volume control here, this final one here, and turn it back round again. That is the last trace there. So what I propose to do is, if I get it in close enough, right, you will see that last contact there. I'm just going to cut that trace so it doesn't make contact. So where it says FTZ, that final piece of solder, and there's a little bit going up there, I'm just going to cut that. So I'm going to put the camera down while I just do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little sharp utility knife just to break that trace here so it doesn't make the contact anymore. Careful not to obviously break any other traces, but you just want to get rid of this one. Okay, I think they're a bit more than I thought. Okay, so we've now cut that contact there. It just needs a little nick out of it, just so obviously the metal isn't touching. So we just need to put the radio back together and see if our hack has worked. We'll be back very shortly once the radio is back together. Okay, the radio is now put back together and everything's back in as it should be. So now we just need to test whether the hack has actually worked. So to do this, power the radio on, and then what should happen, up a little bit, holding down either the tuning up or tuning down buttons should, there we go. As you see, it's now sweeping through all the channels and also giving us the all-important static white noise that we need in these investigations for Spirit to hopefully come through and talk to us. Is there anyone there that want to come and say hello? Can you come and say hello to me? So what you can also do with this as well, obviously you don't, it's going up the channels at the moment, so if we've got stopping it, holding this down for a couple of seconds, it will go back the other way. Wait. Didn't quite catch that. And obviously also you can choose FM or medium wave, so obviously change the band here. It's quite loud, as you can hear, and it's the same sort of thing. We can go through the medium wave channels. Well, I quite often find that the medium wave seems to actually get me better results anyway. And again with this you can also go forwards. And obviously you can also go for shortwave on this as well, but I've never really managed to get anything with shortwave, and you would probably need to, there's not much is broadcast on shortwave anymore, but you'd also probably have to extend the aerial as well to get anything through, but you know, it works the same way. So holding the button down will go through, obviously through all the shortwave channels and so forth. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to watch me making any more mad inventions and also doing some filming on some of these paranormal events I'm involved with, come back another time and we'll see you then.